Hey creatives, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nila and I make videos about bullet journaling and creativity. I'm very happy that you're here. Today we're gonna be setting up my bullet journal for December 2023. And I feel like a grandma, but how the heck it is already December? How did that happen? I feel like I do this every year, like not knowing where time went by, how that happened so fast. And it's just always like, how? Where did it go? Yeah, so already December, year's nearly over and we're getting into Christmas time and into yearly reflection time, and I'm excited for the last part. I mean, I'm also a bit excited for Christmas, but not that much. And I honestly feel like I have a bit of a on-off relationship with Christmas themes and with Christmas in general. It's not that I don't like it, I'm not the Grinch, but it's just a stressful time and I feel like everyone is stressed and annoyed and yeah. So one thing, I look back at the bullet journal themes I did in the years before, and I've been bullet journaling since 2017, I believe. And I never really enjoyed the winter Christmas theme, so this is not what we're doing today. We're going to be doing a vintage scrapbooking theme. And I have one specific thing that says Christmas in it. So it's not really a Christmas theme, it might have a little bit of a vibe, but not too much. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think I will be enjoying that. And yeah, let's talk a bit about Christmas. I really like to know how you guys celebrate Christmas, since this is really interesting to me to discover how other people in other countries do that. So let's have a little chat. And without further ado, I talked way too much. Let's jump into the setup. I don't know why I always do this. It's just weird, I know. Yeah. Okay, now we go. Hi again. Starting with the monthly reflection page for November, as well as I did in my November plan with me. I decided to add 4 mini sections to that with my favorite song, TV show, movie and food of the month. And I think that's quite nice to not forget that stuff and always be able to look back on that in the future. Then I created the cover page, and to be honest here, I did not really have a plan for it. I just went for it, went with the flow and figured out what I wanted. And that went quite well. I enjoy how it turned out. And I especially enjoy the vintage paper I chose, which has like a vintage world map on it. And I really like the look of it in general and the colors of it. They are a bit darker, have some red and greens in it, and that's basically Christmas colors, right? And also I'm using the one and only Christmas related thing in the whole setup on the cover page, which is a sticker that says Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year. And I think it's a little funny that it does not look like Christmassy at all. It has a Western font on it and yeah, it looks like a Western sign. And I kind of like the irony in it. And in general, these vintage papers and stickers are quite interesting, like having very basic title and things written on it, like postcard. Yeah, but I really like it. It's kind of funny looking at them, but they are pretty aesthetic at the same time. So yeah, that was definitely a good purchase. But yeah, let's start talking about the supplies and the theme that I was going for. I bought a bunch of stationery lately, mainly from Stationery Pal, and all of that I bought with my own money. This is not sponsored, but I like to talk about it because you can never have enough stationery and I really enjoyed using that stuff. And as I said, I wanted to do a vintage scrapbooking theme. I already wanted to do that for a while, and I thought that December would be the perfect month for it. Because, as I said, I never really enjoyed the themes that I did in the past, because probably the Christmas aesthetic is something that I enjoy in real life. Like, I'm all over fairy lights and stuff, but I do not like that in my journals so much. Also, winter in Germany is mainly grey and dark in my opinion. I mean, there is this beautiful snowy Christmas in the south of Germany, but this is not where I live. Here it is grey, dark, wet most of the time, and the days are pretty short too, so I didn't want my journal to remind me of that every day. And that's why I wanted to create a theme that has a bit of a vibe that I would mainly create with colors, but that does not remind me of Christmas and winter too much. So the supplies that I'm using are mainly a box of scrapbooking paper and stickers. I also bought some clear stamps and this ridiculously big acrylic block. These are like vintage ornaments and frames stamps, and I think they fit the vibe perfectly. Then I have some zebra mild liners from the 2022 natural color set, and like a normal grid washi tape, and one that is a bit more wide and is made out of craft paper. And as well, I'm using this beautiful washi tape that has like those stamps with plant related motifs on them, and I really love that. So these are the supplies that I bought from Stationery Pal. Besides that, I'm using a Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush pen, and I believe that the color is cinnamon brown, and I really love that. That is a perfect red tone for me. It's not so much a brown, I believe, but I'm a bit weird with colors anyway. And then I have this white washi tape that has like this written mathematic pattern on it, and I believe that I bought it from Wish, so I can't really find the link anymore, but I'm pretty sure that you can find that probably anywhere else. I'm also using the Uni Posca white pen in the size 07 and the Sakura Pigma Micron fine liner in the 003 size. It has a very fine tip. I actually would like to use the 005, but I can't find it. It's lost. I don't know where I put it. And as always, you can find all of the supplies in the info box. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll answer for sure. For my monthly layout, I totally got inspired by Mochi Bujo. I hope that I say her name right. And I chose that layout from her November plan with me because I wanted to see the weeks visually a bit better and have more space for planning. And I think that this layout is actually a pretty good combination of monthly and weekly overview, and I hope that it helps me plan out December. And next to that, I used the craft paper washi tape for my goals and tasks, and I think that this definitely has a bit of a Christmas vibe to it. And then I just added more scrapbooking elements to finish the page. Let's talk a bit about Christmas here. I think that Christmas time is always a pretty strong mix of stress and the constant try to relax and enjoy it. And I think that I'm thinking of stress in the first place is probably because I've been working in customer related jobs in the past. Like I was working in a photo studio and a flower shop where people would come to get Christmas presents, and they would put all their stress on me, and I guess that traumatized me in a way. But I do enjoy the cozy parts of Christmas for sure. I like taking time with my family and friends, and I enjoy Christmas markets if they're not too big and there are not too many people on there, because Germany really has some nice ones. I mean, I can only talk for my region where I live, but I believe it's a thing in Germany in general. So if you ever come here in December, I believe you should check them out. There's usually a pretty nice mix of a lot to drink and eat, but also very often there are nice places with handmade stuff like decorative things, jewelry and more. So that's nice going there and looking at all the stuff. A tradition of my family is going to my parents on the 24th, which is the Holy Night in Germany, where I believe most families come together and have a special Christmas dinner. In my family, we do the so-called raclette, which is, if you don't know it, like a sort of grill that you put on the table, and it has little pans in the middle and a plate for cooking on top. And there you can make a lot of stuff in, and we would usually prepare a lot of food like different veggies, cheese, and some meat for the non-vegetarians. Then everyone can prepare their own meals on the raclette device as they want. And I like about it that it takes quite a lot of time. You sit together, you eat together, you talk, and it's just really cozy and yeah, very nice thing to do with your family. Also, this is already the second year that my boyfriend is coming with me to do that, and I find it quite interesting how different Christmas is all over the world. He's from New Zealand, and the cold and dark Christmas time here is totally different to him because like he's used to Christmas barbecue on the beach. So I'm interested, how do you guys celebrate Christmas? Are you having some favorite traditions, some things that you do every year? I would really like to know, so write them in the comments if you want. We're going back to my setup and looking at the monthly reflection page. I decided to switch out the layout this month and have it more vertical instead of the normal horizontal layout that I do. And so far I think I enjoyed the overview pretty much. Like, I think it's better than the other one actually. So at the top I have my mood and sleep tracker with a mini habit tracker underneath the row numbers. And I decided to simply split my daily reflection that I called One Line a Day this month on 2 pages underneath the tracker section. I hope you don't hear this, but something is knocking. I don't know if my neighbors hang up pictures. I hope you don't hear it that much. Always difficult doing these voiceovers. I also wanted to say that I think that I probably could have done the lettering in the setup a bit nicer, but since I do not really care that much, I don't need things to be perfect. Yeah, I don't care. And as long as I enjoy the setup in general, I'm fine. So not perfect hand lettering, but it's alright. And the last spread we're doing is a similar spread that I did in November, which is kind of new because I've not done that before. And it is a page for Nele's notes on the left side, where I would write down notes, ideas, to-dos, but I also decided to add a little tracker for my statistics on YouTube and Pinterest. And on the other page, I have again a space for upcoming builds, since I thought that was definitely helpful in the last month. And I also made a space that I called Christmas Planning and Enjoying, since I wanted to have a space for Christmas presents, because of course I did not use the one I made in November at all. And I also added some space for to-dos and like a little bucket list with things that I want to do to make Christmas time enjoyable. Talking of Christmas presents, I'm pretty glad that my boyfriend and I decided to not do the usual presents, and instead we put our money together and bought a Nintendo Switch. And so I will finally be the last person on earth playing Animal Crossing, but I wanted to do that for so long, and yeah, that's a pretty good thing, I think. And some things that I really would like to do this Christmas season is baking some sort of Christmas cookies with my boyfriend or friends. Go to Christmas markets, especially the one in my hometown, which is very, very nice. And I really want to watch the animated Grinch movie since I haven't seen it so far, and I think it's looking pretty adorable. I also just wanted to say a little bit about how I was doing the scrapbook theme. I was basically just using the scrapbooking paper and stickers that I had in the washi tape, tearing it apart mainly and placing it on the pages in the corners and on the sides and try to balance things out. And after that I would add more details like the stamps or smaller washi tape pieces. And yeah, try to assemble it in a way that looks nice and cohesive. So we are at the final flip through. This is such a hard word. Final flip through. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got some inspiration out of it. Thank you so much for watching, it really means a lot to me. And yeah, make sure that you comment what your Christmas traditions are, because I'm really curious. Jesus Christ. Make sure to comment what your Christmas traditions are, I'm really curious. This was such a messy video in general, I think. I think the setup turned out messy. It felt messy while I was filming it, and the voiceover is all over the place. I'm not gonna explain. I'm not gonna apologize for that, but maybe I should. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it still, and yeah. Now I just can't continue with the usual YouTuber talk. Oh my god. Yeah, so what else did I want to say? If you don't want to miss any new videos and you want to support my work, feel free to subscribe to my chaotic channel. And if you don't know, I have a Pinterest page where you can pin my pictures, and if you want to see more photos of the things I do, I have a Behance page. Don't know if I say that correctly. Links in the description, check it out if you want, if not, that's fine. And now, have a creative day, I'm out, peace, bye, ciao. Oh.